Okay, sorry for such a long wait, and I know it means that I only got about an hour of work time here, but I had some stuff I had to do, so that's life, you know. Life stuff, lifey life. Okay, let's refresh this. Refresh, restream. Okay, that's cool. Uh, Nobody chatting? Okay, good, good. Let's go to chat and welcome everybody. And that works. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. Alrighty then. Okay, sound looks good. Sound looks good. Does sound good? Okay, sound does sound good. Sounds fine. Entirely fine. Okay, so let's see what we got here. The thing that gets me. Huh, that's weird. I wonder if there's a way of keeping the zoom centered. Or I don't know if I should worry about that or not. Those lines should refresh too. The only thing that gets me is that, well, I guess we're not zoomed out far enough though to do that. All right. So I think the thing that I need to do right here is I need to instantiate the camera. Huh. I want to instantiate it in script in the layout tool script, and I don't want it to be attached. Is it okay? Is this a class? Maybe it's because this isn't a class, right? Let me look at say door. Door is class, so layout camera. This extends camera 2D. Um, I don't know. Do I need? I mean, I could write it directly, and then it's a class, right? Because okay, so this is adding functionality, right? It's a script that adds functionality, and I guess it needs to have its own class name, right? Let me ask. I don't remember which. What? Why does it keep doing that? Uh, blah 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 blah. Oh, look at that. Let's disable that. Oh, I haven't. Shoot. I need to. I am on there. Oh, let's go ahead and say that. There we go. I need to put it on my discords here, even though I only have an hour to work. I have to pause for a second so it doesn't think I'm doing it too fast and spamming everything. I'm streaming. I'm streaming. Okay. Shoot. Forgot. Let's go to read.discussion. Let's go ahead and control V and enter. Devstream 169.2 part 2 is now live. And okay. So, um, 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 um. So actually, I think I need to make this into a cat class, even though Camera 2D is the class. I need to make the script into a class, I think. I'm not sure, though. Um, okay, so new day, working on the new layout tool. If I want to instantiate the camera, but want it to have that pan zoom functionality in the script, I probably need to make that its own class. And that way I'll delete the camera from the scene and then instantiate it in the layout tool script and make sure I add it as a child of the layout tool scene. And then, pardon me, excuse me, make its own class. That way I'll delete the camera from the scene, instantiate it in the layout tool script, and make sure I add it as a child of the layout scene, and then set the root scene to owner to have it show up in the scene tree. Correct? Exactly, that's the right approach. Save your camera 2D script as a separate GD file layout camera. Attach it to camera 2D node once, or just leave it as a script to be instantiated via code. So you instantiate it dynamically. Instantiate it in your layout tool script, created dynamically. Camera equals new, true. Add child camera owner if you want to put in the scene tree for saving. Yeah, that's fine. Can remain in the scene tree. Let's see, it doesn't appear in the scene tree unless I actually set the owner, I believe. Part of the scene tree will show up in the editor. It can be saved if needed. You don't need a node in the scene manually. It lets you tool fully control. If your camera calculates min zoom based on rooms, optional. Preload the camera script for trans instantiation rather than calling it layout camera new directly. No, because I'm not. Well, okay, it's not a scene though. Don't need to do that. I will be able to do that because I know how to do that. So I will do that. Is that clear, ChatGPT? Okay, so first thing I need to do is I need to go here. And what is it? It's called class name. Right. Okay. Class name layout camera. extends camera 2D. Okay, now next thing I need to do is I need to remove it from we're going to remove that from here. So let's then delete it. Delete, remove, delete. Okay, yes, delete the node. We're going to add the node afterwards. Now the camera... Oh, it's kind of weird, though, that... Oh, I see. Because that's... I wonder what would happen if I ran... Well, if I ran it, I wouldn't have any panning or zooming, right? It would be there, but it's not going to do anything because it's not panning or zooming. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and let's go to the layout tool script. Oh, I'm hearing the rumbling. If it gets rainy, if it gets thundery, it could lose power. You sneeze and this thing loses power. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay, so I did the line overlay. I'm now going to go ahead and add... I'm going to add the camera at the end, I think. I think that's alright. I don't know if I need to make it a class level variable, though. So I won't right from the start, and we'll see if I need to do it later. Var camera equals layout camera dot new. Okay, and then I need to. It says to make it current. Current true. Okay, and then add a child. Let's see. Where do I? Right, this is part of it too. So, line overlay, multi-line, set meta, edit lock, true. That's okay. Line overlay, position, add child. Okay, layout, tool, add child, camera. You know what? That's right. I'm gonna start doing semicolons. Why? Because I want to do semicolons. Okay. And then camera dot set owner self. Okay. Now let's go ahead and reload save scene. Okay, something's wrong. Something went wrong. Camera's not there. Make current. Scene, reload, save scene. Error. What does that mean? Not enabled or not inside tree. Here, let's I guess I have to enable it somehow. Reload scene. Okay. It was just you make current after it's over the deal. So that means that it should be in here. Oh, fine. Camera dot set name. No, dot name. What am I thinking? Equals layout camera. And without two Y's, that would be nice. And add my semicolons. I know, maybe I shouldn't add the semicolons because I'm trying to make it into C++ or something, or C sharp. The other thing is you're already not doing it. Well, I do it half the time, and half the time I don't do it, so it's kind of annoying to me. So to make it more like it's more familiar to me or more comfortable to me, I'm going to format it in a way that makes it more comfortable to me. Even though these don't all have semicolons at all, but I'm going to do that any freaking way because I wish to do it like a so. It just looks better to me. I like it better. Better. Scene, reload, save scene. And now, huh. Okay, I gotta delete these though because it's actually saving them in there. Okay, so everything is saved. Scene, reload, save the scene, and ah, wait, I know what to do. Do delete. Okay, Control S. Scene, reload, save scene. Now it should have just one. Now I should be able to um, let's put a semicolon there just so I can save it and make it different. Save it. Reload, save scene. And make sure. Oh, fudge. I think maybe I need to remove it before. I need to do it like the same thing here. Okay, so I need the same kind of code here. I keep forgetting when you do that and put it in the scene tree, it's able to save via the scene tree. So so what we do here is we do this. Now I don't need to do that. Existing camera equals layout tool find child layout camera. There's got to be a better way of doing this though, but if existing camera already exists, removing layout tool remove child existing camera. There we go, and we can save that, and we can go ahead and delete those. Okay, we can save that. We can reload save scene. And now we can do the same thing. We can go ahead and we'll add another semicolon. Doesn't matter if it's commented out. Doesn't matter if it's in there. I just wanted something to save. Reload save scene. Go back down. Layout camera is only one layout camera. Okay, so now let's do something here. Let's check and see if it's here. And it is here. Except now it's a little bit different. So when I do this, and everything seems to work. I wonder if I can get it to like zoom from the center horizontal center or something of the window. Then he then heads to the commander's tent. And there we go. It seems to work. Okay. I'll see if it. Now, I have this working, but I found out I need to remove it first, or else it gets duplicated whenever I save the scene. Is this normal operation? Behavior. When you dynamically add nodes to a scene that's also being saved in the editor. Here's why that's happening. When you add child, it sets its owner to the scene root, so it shows up in the tree. Godot thinks it's part of the scene and will serialize it when you save the scene. Next time you load the scene, the camera is already saved. And if your script instantiates a new camera ready, and actually, I could do the thing on exit tree where it actually removes it at the end, but I'm doing this at the beginning here. This is simple, ensures no duplicates. Don't set the owner. Camera will not be saved in the scene. You can still add it as a child. It will work at runtime, but it won't appear in the editor tree. This avoids duplicates entirely, but you'll lose editor visibility. Create the camera as a separate T scene. Layout tool, it's clean, prevents accidental duplication. Because the main scene never saves the camera directly, it only has an instance reference. Common practice for editor tools. Dynamically created nodes only exist at runtime. Are not assigned an owner. If you need it in the editor tree, always remove it first before. Sure, you can show it, but I'm already deleting and then creating new, and it works. But sure, show me the clean pattern. You're basically doing the correct thing. The clean pattern just wraps it into a safe, reusable function that ensures no duplicates. Cameras added as child. Function create layout camera. Oh, and return layout camera. No duplicates. Automatically sets current, signs the room container. Clean, readable, reusable works whether the scene is saved or not. Okay, so now let's see if I have the min zoom code. If I have the min zoom code in here. Update min zoom. It's not room container, that get child count is equal to 0. Get children. Let's see, ready, input. What is room container and how does that, oh, the room container, okay. Let's see something here. That means I can go ahead and select it. Where is room container? All right. Okay, so the room container is the rooms node. I can just go ahead and assign it that way. Or, oh. Let's go back up here. Let's put this in the assign that. And Reload saved scene. And let's rerun save scene. Okay. Why don't I just oh, I probably need to update the min zoom anyways. Am I right? Where's the script? Update min zoom room container. Okay. Um huh. Who is paging me? Who dare page me on IRC? Oh, hey, Bomb. Good evening, Rook. I thought you'd work on the viewport camera. No. It's like I'm working on the layout tool. Um, because I want to stop using the editor for making new rooms and stuff. I want a proper tool so that I can just run it instead, and I don't have any of the weirdness of the tool scripts because there's a bunch of weirdness of tool scripts. Things run and I have all kinds of weird errors and stuff, especially when I'm adding and removing to and from the scene tree. Um, Probably once I do it, I won't add these rooms to the scene tree at all, and that way I won't have a bunch of crap underneath it. Because I won't need to do that. Yeah, I have to think about how a real editor works though. Like I'll have a project file, like it'll save a project file. It'll save the positions of everything, and I also have the individual JSON files for the actual rooms. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm gonna work that, but we'll take one thing one step at a time. What's the purpose of the tree viewer? You already have one. Um, yeah. It's making your own standalone editor exported from Godot. It's still inside Godot. I mean, or Redot. Um, it's a okay. So this is a separate scene layout tool is a scene. Okay, so when I start the game here, making sure everything works right. This has nothing to do with editing the game. So what I did initially was I put these panels and these lines and things here um, as tool scripts, and then I created a plugin for the save room data and the add and remove, and it works in the editor. And because it's a layout tool, it processes, it runs the scripts every time in the editor scripts. So I wanted to make a proper tool so that I don't have to rely on the weirdness of, because weird stuff happens with layout tools. Like when I'm selecting stuff, if I select a node, if I delete a node and then I don't handle it, then it crashes the Redot editor. And so the way I fixed it was I created a holding node that I put the one I want to delete into the holding node, and then it does not crash. But then you have all kinds of other weirdness because it keeps running still. So you have an error. Sometimes it keeps running and running and running, and so I'm just making the standalone scene, which is this. This is the actual scene here, right? Where it will do the same thing that I do in the editor. I will have add buttons. I will have a box text box editor, so you can edit the I don't like the way this is zooming in, but I'll have to fix that. But you'll be able to edit this within the editor here with some buttons and things. So it'll make it easier for me to make my game that ways. And in the meantime, I can still make it in the Redot editor, but this is a standalone scene. This is like sort of like a standalone program, you know. But I'm just running the scene individually. See, when you run in Redot or Godot, basically you're running the base scene. So this is my base scene here. Yeah, let's pull that up for real quick. This is the base scene, right? I actually have these 3D blocks in here because eventually I'm probably gonna do 3D environments that are made to look hand painted. Many studios and individual game devs develop such tools for their game dev, right? And that's just what I'm doing. But I'm also still able to work on the game because I had already created the tool scripts already and the plugin to actually add stuff to it in the 2D editor. So, anyways, we have a camera. We got some couple of 3D objects, right? And that's the base scene. That's what you're looking at here. You're looking at these couple of 3D objects, and I just wanted like a placeholder thing for the 3D part of it because I'm going to be doing something with the backgrounds later on, and then the let's see if I can find the scene, the layout tool, not the layout tool scene, but the room viewer. Okay, so this is the room viewer. Uh, well, you can't see them because they're turned off right now, but I can't see them anyways. What's the deal here? Oh well, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Room viewer is just a class that holds the description text. I also have a line edit because I've made it sort of like a little like a terminal. It's not really a terminal. It's just you hit the tilde character and then you can tell it to switch to whatever room I want to switch to. And then of course the room manager, which is this is the actual game here, which has a room viewer node. And let's reload save scene because I don't want to screw with that anyways. Okay. So the layout tool is actually a separate scene. And what just happened? Something happened weird. Great. Um, reload save scene. Okay, it's back. I don't know what that was doing. I don't know what that weird thing was. Anyways, um, yeah, so what hold on a sec. Why is hex chat highlighted when I can't see? It's I don't know why it's acting weird. Why is it acting weird? Okay. Oh, maybe just because I didn't click it. All right, whatever. Yeah, anyways, so I'm able to make the game like this, but I want a proper deal so I don't have to use the editor to do it. I'll just use the scene to build my game for me. So it's just so I can avoid all the crap that goes on with the tool script stuff. It's kind of a hassle. I mean, it's good, it works, but it's not ideal. Anyways, um, I gotta see what's going on here. Update min zoom. Oh, yeah. Um, have an export variable here. Um, that should be okay. I should be able to. No, I'm trying to figure out something here. Just What's the problem I'm having? I'm having a problem here. What's the problem? uh, I want to go to here. I want to go to, or I don't need to go. I didn't. Here, let's go to layout camera. Layout camera. Assign. Oh, it's no longer assigned either. Let's not do it that way. Um, let's make. let's just make it a var. Okay. And let's go ahead and reload save scene. And when I select layout camera, it's no longer there. That's fine. It should still work like it's supposed to. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that in here. I'm going to set it here. So camera dot room container equals rooms Canera. Can I get a Canera? Okay. I think this will be okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and reload save scene. No errors. Okay, good. And I'll go ahead and do it. Update zoom. Update. Update. Min zoom. That. And I'm going to reload it again. I do a lot of save and reload, even though it's probably not necessary to do it all the time. Reload save scene. Camera. So there's a problem with that. Get global rect. Okay. What the heck happened? There we go. No errors, right? See, reload save scene again. Let's get global rect. Okay, okay. Get global rect doesn't exist in G script. Get global rect doesn't exist. It's a control method in previous versions. That's right. You need to calculate the global bounding rectangle manually. All right. Custom property. Work size on child sprite. To merge. Calculate bounding rectangle for node TD. Merge all room bounds. Let's replace get global rect entirely. Then use total rect sizes before to calculate min zoom. Control only not node TD. For node TD, calculate rect2 manually using global position. Let's start to say if your rooms are sprites or rectangles, you can usually get size. How about just writing a single function that I can substitute for get global rect that uses the code above, but will return That uses, wait, that, okay. That uses all the code above and will, and will return the appropriate rectangle. The single helper function you drop in and call instead of get global rect for any two. Returns a rect2 representing the node's bounds in global coordinates. Assumes the node has a size defining it as get size. um, has meta. Okay. Get node global rect. Copy. All right. Let's see if I can get this to work. Um. Okay. Get node global rect. No. Let's see if it's work. Okay, how do you use it? Okay. Control C. And Control V. Clear that out. We'll Control S. Bless me. What's that? What's that about? Bomb. Man, my voice is hoarse now. Maybe it's all the talking. I talk too much. Okay, we're gonna see if this even works because I don't know if it'll work. But I'm gonna go ahead and reload save scene. Okay. Invalid call. Get children total rect equals merge. Huh. Oh, so it recalculates the total rect here, right? Okay. And actually what we want to do here is we want to go ahead and copy that. Oh, yeah. Thanks, bomb. Okay, Control C, and I guess we'll substitute this with that. Reload save scene. Does it work? It works. Does it actually work though? We'll see if it works. Oh, whoop. That did not work. Huh. Okay. I don't know what happened. Let's see. Room container. Get. Um, let's. Okay, let's do this again. Whoops, wrong one. Do this again. Okay, then. Alrighty. That does not work. Total rect equals total rect merge. Get global rect. Okay. Something isn't working here. Okay, let's do this again. I try to zoom in, it disappears. I zoom out, the panels become super large, and then I can zoom just a little more before it stops. The panels become super large, super large. Zoom in or out just a tiny bit. It's throwing off the min-max. Let's break down. Nose positions at its center. Small zoom in makes the rooms disappear. Massive and the delta. Zoom delta is tiny because min zoom is calculated from wrong total rect. Fix your room nose position. Return rect to global pause size. The rooms are centered on the separator vertically. Separator. On the separator vertically and in the center horizontally. Since your rooms are centered both horizontally and vertically, we do need to subtract half the size from the global position when calculating the rectangle. That puts the rectangle's top left corner in the correct spot for bounding calculations. Create correct helper function for your subtract. Because your rooms are centered, this ensures the total bounding rectangle will cover all rooms correctly. Oh, that's the other thing, though. Get node global rect. That should be room. 2, 2. Okay. Okay, so let's do the function get no global rect. Let's paste. Okay. Save. That works. Control save again. Reload save scene. Then okay, let's go ahead and try this again. Okay. Hey, that works. That actually is correct. Now, the weirdness to me is the zooming. That seems to work, and that is great. Great is great, and that is great. And I am glad that it is great. Okay, so now we write the full camera. Okay. And everything is working correctly now so far. I do have another issue with regards to the zoom position. It doesn't seem to zoom in from the center. It zooms based on the mouse being toward the left or right of 0, 0. And it seems like zooming in moves it off to one side or the other, where I have to pan it back to the center to remain there. Camera zoom just scales the view around the top left corner of the viewport. That's why your zoom seems to drift depending on where the camera is. If you wanted to zoom toward the center of the viewport or optionally toward the mouse, you need to adjust the camera's position as you zoom. Zooming around the center of the viewport. Zoom at center. The line ensures let me paste the full camera script as it is right now, and then you can rewrite it so that you have a correct starting point. Okay? Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and close this. And we are going to select all. We're going to copy. I'm actually going to go ahead and paste this in a deal here. And then I'm going to go ahead and paste this into ChatGPT. Paste. Okay, and here's a rewritten clean version of your layout camera that keeps everything you had but fixes the zoom center issue, cleans up formatting, keeps dynamic. Okay. I'll let it do it before I copy it, of course. Obviously. And it looks like, okay, this is kind of cool because I didn't get a lot of stuff done today, like in the story portion, but I did actually start building rooms for it. I did actually kind of figure out kind of what I was going to do. So in the story portion, I don't know if you're interested in this though. Okay, so everything's there, right? You can add an automatic update min zoom call whenever a zoom room is added or removed. Probably not just yet. I might want that, but paste, Control S. Okay, clear it. Reload, save scene, make sure everything is working. Okay, that's working fine. Let's check it out. Okay, so it's still doing it. I think I want it to do it on the viewport is what I think I wanted to do it on. Center of the viewport, so that when it's just going to be centered to this. It doesn't matter where my, okay. So it's still doing that. No, and it's still moving the thing off depending on the location. I think I want it zooming in from the center of the viewport. That way, it doesn't matter where my mouse is, and it zooms like I expect it to. Yes, please do. Okay, let's see what we got here. Cross fingers, because it's almost time for me to go. Shoot. What's funny is this might actually this might be making me more progress than did the than did the other days that I did this. So let's see here. Select all, paste, Control S. Well, it can't find transform 2D. Transform. Cannot find property X form. I think there was a thing for getting the view, the layout tool. Did I get the viewport? Yeah. Update overlay. Get final transform x.x. Now let's see what layout camera is real quick. Get viewport, get final transform. Apparently, X form is not a property of base transform 2D. What does this line do? What is this line supposed to do? Supposed as a method called xform, it's not a property, so you need to call it a function like this. No, no, no. Xform. That is the way it's written here. Let me repaste. Make sure you see what I see. Copy. V. Um, hmm. Get global transform. Maybe that's no. Parentheses and viewport center parentheses. Parse error. Get global transform dot. Oh, it's basis X form. Okay. Okay, so it's okay. Reload, save, scene. Any errors? No errors. Apparently, basis X form is correct. X form by itself is not. And so it's not erroring now. Let's see if it works in the scene. Hold on a moment. Hold on a minute. Hold on a moment. Okay, so let's just go ahead and try it because it's not gonna work, it's not gonna work, right? If it's not gonna work, I can't do anything right now. Why is it doing that? It doesn't do that in the 2D editor. Oh, this actually, the editor does do that. I don't know, it's not working like I want it to work, I guess. Oh. It works, but it still moves to one side or the other. But when I tested the editor, it does this too. So I guess that's okay. But I don't know, something doesn't feel right when I do that. Maybe I do want it to zoom in at the mouse point instead. I don't want it to move off. I want it to zoom into the center of wherever. Oh, wherever. Into the center. Here. Zoom toward the mouse cursor so the point under the cursor stays fixed relative to the screen. At the same time, the camera itself shouldn't drift off to the center too much, so if you're zooming near the edge of your layout, it won't push everything off screen. Basically, you want mouse center zoom with clamping so the layout stays roughly in view. This is how editors handle this. Zooming toward the mouse pointer so you can zoom precisely out of adjusting the camera if the viewport edges go past the layout. That's why the test you saw the camera drift slightly, because the mouse wasn't at the center. So naturally the camera pans during zoom. Options: keep viewport centered zoom. Always zoom from the center of the screen. This is unpredictable. Cons can feel less intuitive if you want to zoom in a specific room. Mouse center zoom. Zoom toward the mouse position. Intuitive precise. Cons: camera moves slightly as you zoom. Normal editor behavior can be combined with clamping, so if you want to keep the layout roughly centered. Hybrid approach. Zoom toward the rounds for when you reach the edges of your layout. Limit camera movement so it never drifts too far. From here, it sounds like you actually want mouse center zoom because this viewport. Rewrite your camera so it zooms towards the mouse, keeps the current pan smooth. It also optionally clamps the camera. Yes, please. Okay. We'll try this. Darn it, it's already time. I should be quitting, but we'll see if this works. And if it doesn't work like exactly like the way I want it, I will go ahead and keep it anyways because I gotta quit, and maybe I'll just leave it like that. I don't know why. When I zoom in, I expect okay, so I expect it to kind of like expand, right? Like I probably see that in the window, but I'm gonna do it here so I can see it in OBS, right? But like this, like the center. So if your mouse is oh, I see. So if it's over like here, but your mouse is there on the center, I don't know, something like that. I'm not sure. Let's just see if this does. Okay. Okay, copy, and we'll go ahead and do this for one more time. I mean, I can work with it regardless, but I just wanted to work like I expected it to work. Paste, Control S. I'm gonna reload save scene, make sure nothing's wrong here. Nothing's wrong there. Let's go ahead and play with it. Let's just see if it works. Oh, I see. Weird. Interesting. Oh, weird. See? Look at that. That's actually kind of cool in a way. Uh, gee. it's doing what it's supposed to, but it's still not right. Can you fix it to work the old way? What I imagine the way the editor does it. No weird hybrid approach. Have you put editor style out? Okay, so let's go ahead and copy. It's not done yet. I have to wait till it gets done. Okay, it's done. Copy. Let's go in here. Select all. Paste. That's not what I meant to do. Copy. Paste. Control S. Okay, let's rerun it just to see if it works. Okay, this is fine. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna keep it as fine. It's fine. Okay, good. I like it. Cut, print. That's a wrap. Okay, so I don't guess I really need to save this one. I don't need to do that. Close out saving. All right, so that's gonna be it. That'll be it for me today. And I would like to say thank you to everybody that watched or listened. What does that say? 3. Okay. Well, thanks, guys. Thank you for watching part 2, and I will see you tomorrow, where we will continue where we left off, and I'll decide what the next thing on the layout tool is. I'm not really sure just yet.